Well, I found time to watch another episode of Space 1999.
Well, it's about that time. So how'd this one go?
Well, kind of in between, there's some that are really bad, especially in the second season, and some that, were at least trying, and a couple of them did pretty good. This one is kind of, sort of somewhere in between.
Okay, so what's the deal here?
Well, they come across this planet, and they think they're going to find some rare mineral ore that they need to help out the Alpha Base. I don't know, keep its life support systems going or something like that.
But don't they have, like, nuclear powers?
Yeah, you would think so. That would, maintain their, energy they need for their life support systems in particular. Anyway, they need it.
Yeah, it's basically the MacGuffin.
More or less, the MacGuffin ore.
MacGuffinite.
Yeah, well, so the setup is, you got Koenig and Dr. Russell.
Now, why is she going?
Well, in case any of them get some cuts and bruises, she can put a Band-Aid on it.
Okay, yeah.
And, they got the guy, Tony, whatever he is, who's basically there to be the boyfriend of the alien girl who's a shapeshifter.
Okay, right.
And she's along for the ride, too.
Excellent. Because they might need it to turn into something.
Yeah, they usually do. I guess if she turned into the actual ore.
But then they would be using her for their fuel source, and that would probably be very painful, if not lethal.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah. So, but along for the ride, they've got a Texas cowboy from Ireland.
Well, how can he be a Texas cowboy if he's from Ireland?
Well, apparently he moved to Texas, really liked it, and wears a cowboy hat all the time. And, tries to be a cowboy.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, so
I guess he's some guy from Ireland who couldn't really get rid of his accent totally.
He pretty much did, though. So, but anyway, I guess they thought, hey, to cover any inconsistencies there, they just went ahead and said that he's really from Ireland, but really identifies with Texas.
Oh my God, that's right. He identifies with Texas. That's a poor choice of states, but nevertheless, you do you.
Yeah. So anyway, he's quite the ladies' man.
Oh, a toxic male.
Well, and he's like busting a move on Maya, the alien shape-shifting girl.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Tony's not going to like that.
No, he doesn't.
What does he do about it?
Well, he stares at the Irish Texas cowboy and goes,
And that's it?
Pretty much, yeah. For the rest of the show, he's in a coma.
Oh my God, what happens?
Well, they come upon this cave, and they're looking at this rock, and the Texas Irish cowboy says, hey, that's the rock we're looking for. And then it does something to Tony and knocks him on his ass.
Oh my God, right in front of Maya?
I think so, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. So he has to go back to the ship, and I think they think he's dead. And
oh my God.
Yeah. But then he gets up and walks around and stuff, and they realize something's not right here.
Yeah, dead people don't tend to do that.
Right. And, long story short, he's possessed by the rock itself.
Oh my God, it's a life form.
Yeah, so like Star Trek.
Back to Star Trek.
Yeah, they realize there's other forms of life, silicone-based life. They thought with the Devil in the Dark, stuff like that. Where these rock creatures are actual living forms. And so you had this rock that they ultimately concluded was so in need of water that it apparently drained the planet's water supply.
Well, that's really stupid. Was it a really fat rock? I mean, it's a whole planet.
It wasn't that big.
That's odd.
But I guess it's lost weight since it ran out of water.
Oh, right.
So there wasn't a whole lot of vegetation around,
Well, of course not. There's no water.
Yeah. And so it reached out to them and wanted to use them to get it more water.
Well, the human beings are mostly water.
That's right. Apparently it didn't figure that out. It could have just drained them. But then, I guess, by reading Tony's mind, and then, it doesn't exactly take over. Did it take over Helena? I can't even remember.
What did it?
Well, it held her hostage. I think it did. But anyway, the point is it could read their minds, and it figured out how to work the ship and all this type of stuff to get back to Alpha. And oh no, we can't let it do that. It'll take all our water. So I guess it figured, hey, if I could, drink these people, but if I did, that would be it, and then I'd be back where I started. But now I have a means of getting off the planet and seeking out other sources of water.
Yeah, but he'd probably just drain the whole water supply at Alpha and then still be back where he started, kind of, except it would just be on that floating moon.
Yeah, pretty much. But anyway, it's a bit of a stretch that it figures out everything.
But if it can read minds, then it's not.
Yeah, I guess. So, they go back and forth. And Texas Irishman still is determined to get the rock because it's all he's good for. He's like a geologist or whatever. And then we'll never see him again.
They keep doing that. I mean, how many crew members do they have?
I think they said, but it must be a lot because, every now and then there'll be a new character just standing around and you've never seen him before, and then you'll never see him again. But this came up because, well, that's his field. And so, hey, Irish Texas cowboy, we need you to go get that rock and make sure it's the right one. And he's, all right. So he heads on down there and does it. And, So anyway, in order to fool it, they did get Maya to turn into the rock.
Oh, my God.
And then the rock almost merged with her.
Oh, gross. That's disgusting.
Yeah. So they had to hurry up and save her from the rock, which, they did. And, they shot it and dumped it out the door and then they left, But then they felt bad about it.
Now, why would they do that after all it did?
Well, it was just trying to survive.
But apparently it did all this to itself.
Yeah. Well, whatever. They decided to, make it rain by charging the atmosphere.
Now, wait a minute. There's still... So there's like clouds. That becomes water supply.
Yes, exactly.
Well, then eventually it would have rained anyway.
You would think. But... the rock was really thirsty.
Boy, talk about.
And so anyway, they cause it to rain. And so it does. And I hope everything works out, I guess.
But they still don't have their rock for their...
Yeah, well, I guess they're not totally running out. And again, they have nuclear power, so I don't know. But anyway, I guess they're good.
Yeah, and you know what? Life is a lot of guessing.
It sure is.